Okay, welcome, Gary. Thank you for coming to my room meeting. Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay. Yeah. What's your position? Well, let's go through all the questions I sent to you. Okay. The first one, what's your position in your overall leadership in your company?
Oh, excellent. So for my organization,
Yeah.
I'm director of sales for North America
Yeah. Great.
for one of our manufacturing divisions.
Oh, yeah. Could you please briefly introduce your company or your
Sure.
role?
So, my company, I work for Lorval Capital Management,
Okay.
and pardon me, here in British Columbia.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Mm.
How long have you been in this position?
So this position, I recently got promoted. So I've only been in this position for 8 months now.
Oh, in months. Okay. Yeah. What type of work do you do in your company?
Full sales management. So we have to manage a multinational sales force in the continent. And it is usually client negotiations, price negotiations, contract negotiations, and people management with the different territories and the area sales managers.
Oh, you do a lot of persuasion to your employees or your customers, right?
Exactly. A
Yeah.
lot, supporting them in their role, helping them with their negotiations as well, and making sure they
Mm.
have everything they need
Yeah.
to grow their territories and maintain the current customer base.
Yeah. As a sales manager, negotiation is very important skill. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we are an island in the hierarchy. We're our own little island.
Yeah, yeah, I know you are. You're so good at talking, so good at chatting. I can feel that you did very well in your job. Okay, next one. What are the challenges or the rewards in your role?
Challenges in this role,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be with existing clients. It's going to be adapting all of our offerings and our process to make sure that your existing clientele continues the partnership and relationships that are well established for many more years to come.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dynamic process in that. So we're always changing, always making sure that we adapt to market conditions. And also for new account acquisition, it's going to be going head to head with competitors in North America and overseas markets as well. We
Oh,
actually see in Canada, specifically in Canada, we do see entrants from multiple different parts of the world into our market. So it's going to be playing defense and offense against competition.
oh yeah, it need a lot of yeah, a lot of thoughts. I think not easy. Oh, okay.
It's a lot of fun, though. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, a
Uh,
lot of fun.
the rewards are it's very easy to see your success when just by what partners, new businesses actually partner with our business, from a supplier role to a business to business to a customer role for us selling to them. Very easy to see the rewards, the fruits of our labor. And it's making sure that the more we succeed, the bigger our company actually becomes, the more employees we get to offer because hire because we are a manufacturer. So the more people we get to employ and grow the family.
Oh yeah, you can feel your growth during the process. Yeah, you can feel your
Mhm.
strengths. Okay.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Could you share one of ethical dilemmas in your work?
Yes, yes. So, not with my direct team, but with my senior leadership team,
Oh,
even one that I report to, and also our parallel teams in our group, in the Lorval Capital Management Group, we did have a bit of a shakeup. We have different people to support on a daily basis, our leaders, and some of my fellow managers were faced with they wanted to implement change in their organization, in their teams, without actually communicating that change to the people that they report to, and it was it was not very well handled. They tried to even do their own small coalition within multiple managers from different parts of the umbrella organization.
mhm.
So we have four companies under the different umbrella. so they tried to, coordinate with managers from different positions. And they tried to bring me into the process as well to implement leadership change that should not have happened. It was not handled well. It was not communicated to ownership, and how we handled that dilemma was, well, how I handled it is I actually did not get involved in that dilemma. I knew what was happening. I decided to stay back and support the leadership that was they were attempting to negatively impact. So I actually supported the leadership, my mentors, and I didn't tell them anything though. I did not report information, but I did not participate at the same time. It was very neutral but positive, and there was no direct influence. So the outcome for that was actually quite positive. That the people who were trying to create the dilemma internally, the instigators, the antagonists, were rejected from the organization. They were actually pushed out of our organization eventually over the process of about 1 month. And where even though I was influenced, my name came up a couple of times, with people throwing names back and forth, the collaborators, you could say I was not negatively impacted at all. Actually, it's my status within the organization is actually growing now because I didn't pick a side to support. I stayed very neutral, kept compartmentalized within my own team only, and just kept growing our team and showing wins. And we kept to ourselves, and it positively impacted us very well, actually. And we learned from that about supporting ownership. And if you want to implement change, you have to have consensus from all leaders within your organization. You can't just do it individually. It has to be a group consensus. And those were some very valuable lessons learned.
Yeah, okay. You go through all, you have already answered all the questions. Okay. I'm not very clear about your two sides of the dilemma. Yeah,
there were two sides. There were two sides, and
I know people don't want any change. They don't want to step their comfort zone. Yeah, but
well, change is healthy. There is healthy change in an organization.
Oh yes, but it's not easy. You have to persuade your
exactly. You said it right. You have to be a persuader within your group.
Yeah,
you have to persuade multiple different. You don't have to challenge any other leaders. You can be a persuader, collaborate with them, and actually show them how change can positively impact them. And it's coming from a sales perspective. We have to change every 6 months. You're going to go through a cycle of sales process change.
Oh yeah, it's not easy to change, but yeah, for me, I can't understand. I can't follow you. Perhaps you can you explain more about the two sides of the dilemma? Two sides for Absolutely. You. Yeah.
So for me, one side was the old guard.
Yeah, the old guard.
Very experienced leaders.
Yeah.
In their organizations, in their industries.
Mm-hmm.
And because, there's 4 companies that I get to work with on a daily basis, mine being one of those 4 companies. And each of the 4 companies, we actually do a different service, mm-hmm. a different business model. Mm-hmm. But the leaders all share the same core values and vision for our companies. So
yeah,
that's the side I'm on. I am very groupthink and growth orientated. Mm-hmm. The other side was people who weren't happy. They had their own ideas of what what direction the company should be going, and they were very verbal on that change, on what they wanted to do.
Yeah, there are two of them don't want the change, right?
There were more than 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It was a group, and they tried to influence me as well, because I am how do you say this? Not just a coworker, but I am an influencer in the company, and I was also associate with them that we would work with.
Yeah. How did you do that? How did you do that?
How did I stay neutral?
Yeah, try to persuade them to cope with you.
Well, with my side, I directly told them that they weren't handling this process with how our company usually handles change. They were trying to change the process and shift it to something that the organization would reject. It would only benefit the group of people trying to implement the change rather than benefit every member of the organization, which is what our group handles. If we're going to have change in our company, it typically is going to benefit the vast majority of the team members and the family members, we say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the people that were trying to act as individuals and go their own path away from the group dynamic really failed. And it was our group, me included, definitely probably I was the most senior of the leaders that did the right thing. And we stayed neutral, but we supported our ownership. We supported the processes we already had in place with natural change that's going to happen. And we weren't very verbal. You can almost say we did nothing at all, but it was the exact right thing to do, was to be professional and to focus on your own function and your own team and just making sure that they're benefiting and they're growing instead of thinking that, okay, this is how this change might benefit me. Maybe I'll support these people because they're future leaders. No, support the leaders we have right now and grow with them rather than trying to change who they are.
Oh, try to support them. Then, yeah, well, I'm wonder how you change their thoughts to your side.
Well, the results were from my side is, if anything, my team is growing now. I have hiring authority even with more regions. I was given more responsibility because I picked the right side to support, which I knew was the right side. It was easy. So we can talk about another dilemma as well that we handle on a daily basis too.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let me read this one more time again, just making sure.
From the case about changing dilemma, I realized it's not easy for a neuro to fit in a company, especially in a leadership position. In this case, I think Mr. Gary did very well. As a neuro, yes, his words was nothing to others. Yeah, he made a good decision at the first time. He said he just keep neutral and step back. Focus on what he should do. Focus on doing his own function position and try to grow his own team. Yes, take times when he made some positive progress. Yes, his progress was more than his words. He used his progress to persuade others to believe him, to follow him. He did very well. Yeah, Miss Gary emphasized that it's very important to have group concerns. As a good leader, while you have to focus on what the company values and focus on the common goal. Yeah. It's very important. It's vital to lead a team to a successful direction. Yes, that's it. Thank you.